Can you hear me? Is the mic on? All right. So I may as well talk. So ask me questions, I'll answer. Yes, Brandon. I made this uniform myself. It's kind of shitty right now. I have to buy some like spray paint or something to make it better. These letters are supposed to be white, like properly bright and stuff. No, I had the keys myself when I was locked up for 24 hours. I just didn't touch them, basically. I didn't let myself, touch the keys and like go get them and unlock myself. That was the challenge, basically. Well, I shaved my head not too long ago. It's still kind of, the hair is still kind of short. Guys, what do you like about my videos? Like, what do you like the most? Like, why are you watching my videos, for example? I want to ask you some questions. Oh, you like the videos with the chores and stuff? It's sort of I'm trying to make it like a, I don't know, I would call it a little series, I guess, called Bondage Life. I think it should be a little series like that, and once in a while I'm gonna upload a video like that where I guess I do things like that around the house, all locked up and stuff. It's a good challenge to see if I can, like, do certain things while in handcuffs, and what kind of things I can do. So if you got any suggestions, you should comment them. I really appreciate suggestions from anyone. Anything you'd like to see. By the way, this is supposed to be DOC right here. And does anyone know what DOC stands for in America, especially? Oh yeah, you're right, Zach. You're right. That's exactly what it is. The back of my uniform doesn't have markings yet because I just, try to do it quickly today, and I only did the front. But it's supposed to have, I guess, words on it, and what it's supposed to have is Department of Corrections and prisoner on the back. And it's gonna look much better when it's done. Thank you, Brandon, for the support. I really appreciate it. If nobody watched my videos, I wouldn't do them, because what's the purpose? What's the what's the point of making them if nobody watches them? So I really appreciate that all of you watch them, and I hope you will keep on watching them in the future. I haven't locked up anyone else, unfortunately. But I kind of like being the one locked up, so I don't mind being in handcuffs. As long as I'm in handcuffs, I'm happy. Well, when I'm gonna, you know, I would like to buy all kinds of uniforms, like anything that is out there, anything. I just gotta search around and see what I like, see what I can find. Sometimes it's not that easy to find uniforms, especially genuine ones. It's pretty hard sometimes. I'll see how my finances go, and that's uh, that's the only thing that is dependent on how my finances go. That determines whether I'm able to afford new things. And if my channel ever happens to become profitable, then it's going to be much easier for me to buy all kinds of new things to make more videos and content. Am I on Recon? I don't know what that is, but Tumblr, I am. I am on Tumblr. I sure am. And that Tumblr, my Tumblr, is called Utopian Grunge. No spaces, just everything. Lowercase letters, Utopian Grunge. I see there's 5 people watching. If you'd like the stream, I would appreciate that. And if you got any questions, I would appreciate your questions in the comments. Ask me anything you want. And invite your friends if you got anyone who may be interested in this kind of thing. If you know anyone who likes handcuffs and prison stuff, uniforms and stuff, just let them know that, let them know about my channel. Oh, I wish there wasn't only 3 people in here right now. There was more before because I wanted to demonstrate my new kind of restraints. Some new restraints that I have configured. I got a new restraint belt that I've made. All right, Brandon. I'm not sure if I saw your. I don't know if it was a comment that you left on my Instagram on one of my posts, or did you write in DMs? I didn't think I catch you. I caught you there. And also, I like handcuffs too. And how come do you have to wear handcuffs now? Did you not wear them before? Did you like have a break or something from wearing handcuffs? It's not a thing that people do unusual, wear handcuffs, but okay. So you're wearing handcuffs right now. What kind of handcuffs do you have, Brandon? Like, what brand, or are they hinged handcuffs or chain link handcuffs, or are they like solid speed cuffs? What kind of handcuffs? And do you also have a waist chain or some kind of transport restraints like this? Or do you have leg irons? Okay, okay, no branded handcuffs. Sometimes stiff handcuffs. Stiff handcuffs. What do you mean by stiff handcuffs? Like uh uh hinged, or I don't know, but yeah, it's cool. Any kinds of handcuffs are good, are cool, definitely. My favorite, all-time favorite brand is Smith& and Wesson, the ones I'm wearing right now. Like it's model M100-1, something like that. Yeah. I also got the same design of handcuffs, the same style, everything's same, but it's in stainless steel metal. All right, it's all right, Brandon. Uh, but yeah, the other pair that is identical to this pretty much, except for it's made out of stainless steel, and it's the model 103P, I think 103P. And yeah, it's a little bit like more grayish in color. These are just standard steel, I guess, or iron, well, steel, I think, that are coated with nickel. Yeah, the 103P Smith and Wesson are stainless steel, so they are like corrosion resistant and stuff like that, salt resistant. They won't corrode basically, and they are good in water for long periods of time. And they are designed for like more tropical climates in the United States, like the southeast or south of the United States. States like Texas, Louisiana, Florida. Brandon, I'm looking at Instagram, my Instagram direct messages, and I don't know if you are in here or not, but I don't know your name. If you don't mind writing publicly, uh, would you mind writing it in the comments so I can find your name, your account, or if you don't want to do it publicly, then you don't have to. Just write me again, I guess, in the direct messages. I think you can do that even if I don't follow you yet or something. Yeah. Somebody commented on my video that I should use the leather when I'm in handcuffs or something. Maybe they mean leather belt. Would you like to see me in leather belt right now with the handcuffs, transport belt, or my new transport belt that I have made, a black one. It's like a car seat, uh, car seat belt, or no, not car seat, airplane seat belt. It has an airplane seat belt buckle. It's like a quick application, quick release sort of buckle. Uh, Inmater 6400 It's not made by RIPP, but I don't know what you mean exactly. What are you asking that is, that is made by RIPP? Is it the belt you're asking? Well, I'm gonna get into the belt anyway, and I'm gonna show you how I set up this chain when I take it out right now. It's quite quick and easy, and I saw this done in actual like real jail on a video. A jail in America. They do it like this. In one certain jail, specific jail. I don't know if they do it in all jails. All right, in Mater. Okay, yeah. So my transport belt, I made it out of a airplane seat belt with like a typical airplane seat belt buckle, but I made it myself. That belt, I took an airplane seat belt that I ordered from the internet. It's not a real airplane seat belt, but it's like a mimicked version of it, and I just put like a rectangular ring on it where I put the handcuffs through. Well, you'll see it in a second. So this is how they put the waist chain, how they put the handcuffs through the waist chain to hold it together with just a quick and easy, just sliding it through. There's a loop that is, the lock is attached to connect the chain. There's a loop where the handcuff goes through, and that's it, right? But when you put the handcuff through, and I put the connector chain through as well, when you put the handcuff through, it's just quick and easy like this. Hands can go in. And that's it, and it's not coming off. You can't undo it until you like either unlock this chain, this lock, or until you unlock the handcuffs. And there is no messing with the chain, it just slides through easily, and that's it. And the handcuffs can stay on the chain as well when they're off. It's very simple yet effective. I don't have any tubes for my hands. That is a high security, right? Like device. high security device. And to be honest, I haven't seen that even in real life, like real life prison documentaries and stuff. They don't seem to use it much. It doesn't seem to be very popular with prisons or jails. I got this stripped version of uh, British Hyatt speed cuffs on here right now, and this is the belt. This is the belt that I've made. Here's the buckle. It releases by lifting this flap and just quick snap in, just like a typical airplane seat belt. Pretty good. A rectangular ring. Most kind of handcuffs go through, as you can see in these. I'm not sure that whether the speed cuffs, the Hyatt speed cuffs with the metal, black plastic handle or case or whatever it's called, whether they would fit through here. But it's just a matter of putting a wider ring on it and they would totally fit without a problem. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to get out of these handcuffs, but I'll put them on. It's not a problem. So I'll demonstrate how it clips on the front so we can see. And this access belt straps, you can just easily like feed that through, extend it till it hits the folded end here, right? So it can be extended for big guys or big gals, right? You just snap it in, take that access belt strap and just pull it quickly like this, nicely and snug, tight, no escape. Plenty wide for big waists. I really like this buckle. I really like the airplane seat buckles. So that's why I had this idea. I had this belt laying around. It was just plain belt to be worn as a, with your pants or trousers or whatever, jeans even. But I was like, would be really cool design for a transport belt. Looks kind of futuristic as well. It's kind of new design. You kind of want to put this buckle in the back because it's quite easy to open. It doesn't have any locking on it. But when the prisoner's hands are in the front, cuffed, he can't really maneuver or manipulate the hands in the cuffs far enough to reach the buckle, and he can't really, trigger the flap of the buckle and release the waist belt. But even if that happens on accident, the prisoner is still cuffed. So the handcuffs still have the same effect. They're just not fastened to the waist. Oh, I sort of can't pull my wrist sort of back in now. I have to unlock it. This is quite uncomfortable in these handcuffs like this. But these are really good for high security. You can probably break a few bones in these. Man. You can control a prisoner pretty well in these, yeah. Because these don't move at all. These don't have any give whatsoever. Okay. The rest is, back where it should be, kind of. And just I can't even really close these handcuffs with my other hand. It's so restrictive. So restrictive. I have to like push it onto something, like a table or something. Oh, we got 7 people. That's good. That's probably the most that it's been today. People like the stream to help. Please give the stream a like. Give the stream a like if you want to be handcuffed. What do you mean, Brandon? Give away the keys? Am I supposed to handcuff myself and then send the keys in the mail to some of the fans or something? That would be pretty bad, I think. Well, I guess I would have to stay in the handcuffs for the rest of my life. Well, not really. I can pick them actually with a bobby pin. I really like these because they're really solid and very good. And they used to be with the black handle here, the plastic black handle, like the typical British police ones, right? But I got them off of eBay without it. I don't know the reason why it's missing, but I found it really cool. I actually like it kind of more without it because it's just solid metal look. And these are actually real British police ones that were once on a police officer's duty belt, walking around the British streets. Oh, the belt unlocked on me. Well, let's put the buckle in front. This is slidable, by the way. I just made a little leather sort of loop, joined it with these Chicago bolts, they're called, or Chicago screws. They're for leather working and leather craft. And another leather panel up here to hold this rectangular ring. And yeah, that's what I done to it basically. This is what I made onto the belt, and this was already purchased, this belt, and it can slide through. So I can position it however you like, and nice and easy. Actually, no. Let me go take my stainless steel Smith & Wesson handcuffs. Here they are. In case you haven't seen stainless steel ones, they're not that shiny, even though they seem shiny on camera, but they're not that shiny, to be honest. And they're a bit more grayish, and they're also a bit more cold to the touch. But everything is totally the same as Smith & Wesson model M100-1. I haven't read some of your comments. In Mater, you could put the keys in timer kitchen safe cookie jar. I don't have one. I don't have the timer kitchen safe cookie jar. But yeah, that would be a good idea if I had one. But when I tell myself not to touch the keys because I want to stay in handcuffs for like 24 hours, I don't do it. I just don't do it. Even if I'm sick of being in handcuffs after like 12 hours, I simply don't do it because I kind of like the feeling even of being sick of it. Like I like the feeling of being sick of it and not being able to unlock them, not being able to get out, because it's basically the kind of a feeling that a real prisoner gets, when they're in handcuffs. They just can't, decide and get a key and unlock the handcuffs. They gotta stay in them. And if you want to feel like a real prisoner, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Even if you got the keys available to you, you still don't have to touch them. Okay, handcuffs. And look what can happen, right? If the buckle is in the front, obviously the prisoner has an easy time undoing it. But still, the handcuffs are still on, so it's not that big of a deal. The prisoner ain't escaping the handcuffs. Well, obviously, it's kind of easy to escape out of handcuffs. It's there's a reason for black boxes and the RIPP tubes and other gadgets. But really, for someone new that is arrested and taken to jail, they might have no idea or no clue of how handcuffs work. So they're effective for the honest people and the people that don't want to get in trouble. They are very effective. And also during prisoner transportation, they're effective because you're constantly watched. So even if you unlock the handcuffs, it ain't matter anything to you. Well, see, in Mater, your tubes do that for you. The self control. Well, I ain't got them, but I can still control myself because why would I cheat myself? I got my handcuff accidentally stuck on there. Why would I cheat myself if I want to achieve something for myself, basically achieve the feeling of not being able to escape? Well, that's just what I'll do, and whether I can unlock myself or not, just I guess self repression or something like that. Not self-repression, self-control. Yeah, self-control. Okay. I also got these that I made myself, actually. Well, I made them to look like this, long like this, because before they were short like this, with just a short chain. These are also British hi-hats, but the chain version. And an interesting story, I actually got stuck in these and I couldn't open them for the life of me because I tried to unlock them with a different key, a key from Peerless Handcuffs, and it got stuck in there and it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't unlock the handcuffs. And yeah, I just had no other option. What I had to do is where these little, I don't know if y'all can see that, these little pins come through these shackles, this movable shackle, the pivot point that it's, rotating around. I had to completely like drill that out, but fortunately, and drill that out and take this whole shackle off while it was on my hand. But fortunately, I was able to put it back in, and it keeps on holding somewhat, but it's by no means sound for restraining in real situations, right? It's sort of just for play. But I figured I would make a long chain handcuffs out of them since I don't have any. Even though I'm gonna order actual real long chain handcuffs one day. But when I got more finances for that, unfortunately, I don't have those finances right now to spend just for handcuffs. But yeah, still cool, works. These are, I think, the long chain handcuffs are ideal for still some level of control of the prisoner and also like ability to do manual tasks, work maybe in a prison workshop, prison facility, for example, janitorial work, sweeping with a broom or wiping the floor. Innovator, sorry that I didn't answer that previous question of yours. The British police handcuff you with cuffs vertical and your hand facing away from the keyholes. I know that, of course, and there's a good reason for that, of course, because it's quite difficult, I would imagine, to escape when you're in that position. Yeah, definitely. And those British handcuffs, the solid handcuffs, are very painful. Very painful. So I definitely don't recommend no criminal or suspect to struggle or struggle with the police or resist arrest, just go with them. Just let them take you away to jail, because you don't want to be hurt by those handcuffs. As I said before, they can break some bones, possibly, because those handcuffs are not letting go. Your hand, your wrist will let go. Those handcuffs are not letting go. If you fall or trip or anything, especially with the hands behind your back, it's quite the ordeal with those handcuffs. Quite a painful thing. Oh yes, Inmater. They totally do. Oh, and they sure like to be dicks as well, I guess, and they do like to hold on to those handcuffs while they're behind your back. I've seen that a couple of times on the TV or whatever, on YouTube, in the police shows, right? Yeah, when they're behind your back, they sure do like to twist your hands and fold them weird ways. Definitely, to make it more painful for you. It's kind of a dick moves, dick tactics. But I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Having to deal with the kind of people they have to deal with, I wouldn't blame them for inflicting some kind of pain sometimes. They are frustrated many times with their job, and the risk they have to put their life in is quite significant. Quite a significant risk for them to be out in the streets every day doing their job. So they definitely don't play with people, with suspects. Actually, what can we do next? Okay, a leather belt, leather transport belt that I made myself, by the way, as well. I make a lot of my things. Just simple leather craft with the same Chicago screws, a large, thick D-ring, and like a tan colored brown veg tan, 2-inch wide, quite thick, raw cowhide belt strap ordered from eBay. There's a lot of these kind of leather straps on eBay. They are readily available. And then a buckle, 2-inch, 2-prong buckle, really good. And then a belt keeper, whatever, right there, 2-inch as well, of course. It's all 2-inch because the width of the belt is 2-inch. Same with the D-ring, it's 2-inch wide or high, or whichever way you look at it. It wraps nice and snug, and I do like this belt a lot, because when there is a leather belt like this on you, tight, well, you sure feel like there is something. You sure feel secure. A very good way of controlling a prisoner. they are very aware of the position they are in. Position of a prisoner, restrained, shackled, tightly bound. The buckle looks real nice. When the belt, the axis belt strap is too long, what they tend to do sometimes, especially with like small, like young females, that don't have very wide waists, that are a little like sticks, thin like sticks. Well, there's a lot of this axis belt strap. They fold it in and then thread it back again to form a loop like this, but it's much bigger, much longer, right? They thread it back through the belt keeper, to be precise, right? And yeah, I'm sure you guys know most of this stuff, but in case anyone didn't know, I'd like to explain that, some of these things. And these handcuffs are Peerless Model 700. They are very beautiful, in my opinion. Very shiny, very shiny. And to me, they're kind of just like a beauty piece, like a piece of art. But I don't find them the most comfortable. Like, I find them really comfortable are the Smith & Wesson, basic model 100-1. They are the most comfortable handcuffs to me, but these ain't bad. It's not terrible. These are definitely not the Hyatt speed cuffs in terms of comfort on your wrists, right? But they're, I prefer the Smith & Wesson ones over these, but they sure look good. These ones sure look good, and the Smith & Wesson ones look good as well. Obviously, actually, I like the Smith & Wesson ones when it comes to looks more as well than these, but just these got something special about them too. They are quite chunky and they are quite heavy. They are slightly heavier than the Smith & Wesson ones. And these exact ones and the Smith & Wesson ones are the two most common pairs of handcuffs used in all police departments throughout the United States. In most states, like, I know that these now, of course, Smith & Wesson ones are a lot more common than these Peerless ones, but these Peerless ones, I know, that are specifically favorite of the LAPD, the Los Angeles Police Department. I've seen a lot of LAPD officers with these cuffs, and also they're quite popular in some jails and prisons for prisoner restraints. But in most other departments, the Smith & Wesson is the handcuffs to go. Like, those are the primary, most famous handcuffs. Yeah. Anyway, Well, all handcuffs look good, pretty much, if they are not these cheap, chintzy ones, the crappy ones. I don't know what you would call them, a dollar store handcuff. I don't even know where to buy, except for internet. Those shitty handcuffs, the ones made out of like sheet metal that you can probably just bend. I never even had those. I had plastic handcuffs when I was a kid once, and never saw those kind again since then. I don't know where you'd buy those crappy those. They actually, I think they have a lever for unlocking as well. Literally unlocks without a key. It's just for some play and stuff. I don't know where you'd get them, in like Party City or something. Like, I don't know, but they're probably, they're really shitty, and I really don't like their design. I really don't like their design. But if anyone has only those kind of handcuffs, I'm not bashing them. I mean, it's. I guess it's better than having no handcuffs. At least you get some enjoyment of those, and hopefully, most people that got those crappy handcuffs, it might inspire them to get a real pair of police handcuffs, because there's nothing like that. There's nothing that replaces the real police handcuffs. And to me, personally, there's no better feeling than police handcuffs are on my wrists. I mean, yeah. Hey, Animator, are you still watching? I'm not sure, because I've been kind of neglecting the comments, but I see a comment here that you have a 20-year-old American pair of 20-year-old American handcuff L200, or is still going strong. Well, I never heard of that, and that's pretty interesting. I don't know. Is it some kind of company, some kind of brand, and this is just the model number, I guess? L200. I really like the look of this belt with the handcuffs on this blue uniform. Yeah, really accentuates the color is really coming out, and it's definitely visible. Imagine walking like this in court in front of the judge and in front of the public, the audience, right, watching. You must feel like a proper prisoner. And guess what? I would enjoy that. I would enjoy that, being in court in these handcuffs and this belt in front of all those people. The only one wearing handcuffs and shackles and a prison uniform. I don't mind that one bit. I would actually love it. I bet many people feel humiliated and stuff walking in prison restraints and prison uniform and in handcuffs, being led by corrections officers, in front of public, in front of others. I bet many people feel humiliated, but no, not me. Not me. I would love that. In fact, I really want that to happen. I don't necessarily want to be sentenced to a prison sentence, or I don't definitely want to commit a crime in order to be led in handcuffs. But one day it hopefully will come into fashion wearing handcuffs in public. It's not a bad look, is it? Look at it. I mean, what's there about handcuffs? You know, what's the stigma? What people see behind handcuffs is a criminal, right? Somebody who's wearing handcuffs must be a criminal, must be dangerous, must be, a bad person. Well, one day anyone can easily find themselves in handcuffs, even if they're innocent. All right, so the company is called Transport Chains. Okay, interesting. I haven't heard of that. You enjoy being in a jumpsuit? Well, that's great. I do enjoy that too. I see there's 5 people watching. Is there any of my followers that I guess I know by name now? Are any of you still watching? Would you mind popping in a comment to let me know whether you're still watching or not? Oh, there's 6 people now. And 5 likes. Oh, that's interesting. It's a bit less that we got on my first live stream ever at around this time. All right, so the is the model L200 a transport chain that you were talking about? And yeah, I get it now. Okay, the company was called American Handcuffs Incorporated. Okay. All right, so you got a transport chain. Okay. So how does it look though? It's 20 years old. Well, I guess it would look pretty similar. Never mind. I guess I'll search that on the Google and see how do such transport chains look from the American Handcuffs Incorporated company. By the way, in Master, do you like this? Do you like these handcuffs in this belt and the uniform? Do you like this setup? Would you want to wear this setup? Oh, you think the white jumpsuit is the best? So are you watching my videos then? So you know about my white jumpsuit? because I like that jumpsuit, I think, the best as well. But I'm gonna see about this jumpsuit right now that I've been making. I really want to make it much better and much more, the writing much more visible. And this might be my favorite, maybe, because it really says it all, doesn't it? Inmate Department of Corrections on both sleeves. Then the sort of the overall trousers, like oversized trousers or pants. They're a bit, the color is a bit off. It's like it's my old clothes. I didn't find color that would match so near, but it's still blue. It's fairly all right. I saw many real life prisoners in, two-piece uniforms that were not really matching in color. So that's all right. But I think this one might be my favorite soon when I make it better. Hello, Jack Smith. Would you like to ask any questions regarding anything? Regarding the handcuffs, the transport belt, or the uniform? Okay. Well, this D doesn't look like much of a D. Oh, I hope it looks like D. Okay, when my handcuffs are, when my wrists are actually in cuffs, I find a bit of a problem with this. The C is not very visible because it's folded, and maybe I should have put. All right, so I think I will try to resolve this possibly. Yeah, maybe put it a little higher so the C is more visible when the cuffs are like this, in this position, or when my wrists are in this position. What do you mean, Inmater, by don't forget the large size marking on it? What large size? On this blue one, do you mean the X or whatever? Because I've seen some jumpsuits or like uniforms, prison uniforms. I think they use them in the CSCD or whatever it's called, California State. I'm not sure what it is. California State Department of Corrections. No, something like that. CDCS or whatever. All right. Usually they have a LM or XL. Well, I saw some uniforms in an actual jail that have markings like X, 2 X's, 3 X's, 4 X's. I don't really know what they stand for, actually. Do you know by any chance what is the meaning behind these? Like, I saw these yellow uniforms, yellow prisoner uniforms. I think those are usually low security, low risk prisoners, right? Yellow. And X, 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X. Is it the size of the uniform? Well, I don't know how that works then, because it's usually 1XL, 2XL, 3XL, and stuff like that, so on and so forth. I haven't quite seen like just X's before. And when you were talking about me not forgetting the size markings, where are they usually located on the uniforms you saw? Where should that size marking be like located? What what position of the piece of clothing? All right, Jack Smith. Well, I know that L, M, and XL are the sizes. I'm glad you're a subscriber. I love that. Amazing. And you enjoy being handcuffed too. Well, uh, you know, that's awesome. And I think you can see by this stream that I do indeed enjoy being handcuffed as well. I really do like that. In fact, I'd be handcuffed for the rest of my life if it was convenient. Like, yeah, I'm a bit of an extreme maybe, but that's why I'm doing these videos. Pretty much all about handcuffs. Well, in the future, well, I got a few videos that I uploaded in the beginning of some leather craft and stuff, and I do plan on some of those from time to time again, but not really right now, because purchasing the leather is quite costly, and as I said many times in this stream, I don't have those finances right now to buy expensive leather. So I have to make do with the restraints I already have and things, and try to make uniforms myself from old clothing to at least bring some new uh, some new style, some new things into the videos. And I mean, there's still plenty of things I can do with all those handcuffs and chains I got and the leg irons. Actually, there's been some people that have requested a video with me putting on as many chains or all the chains that I have, and I guess, well, they didn't specifically ask for all the like loads of handcuffs and leg irons, but I actually recorded a video like that. It's gonna come in 2 or 3 parts because it would be kind of long to edit it together, like put it all into one video. And when I'm editing, usually it takes well over 5 hours to export the whole file, and after probably 2 hours my editing program crashes on me. So there's not really an option to put very long videos together to make one. It would have been almost half an hour long if it was one video. So it's gonna be 3 videos, I think. And it's gonna be me wearing a lot of heavy chains all together at once. There's gonna be, I think there's like 4 or 5 leg irons, 4 or 5 connector chains, 2, I think, waist chains at the same time, then 2 crotch chains, going across my crotch, and there will be like 5 or 6 handcuffs attached onto the waist chain. Yeah. So, and believe me, all these chains and handcuffs and leg irons, when I did this video, it was very painful. It was very painful. Like the sheer weight of it was quite something. It was quite something. My ankles got pretty hurt. Like, well, you know, only for a bit. Only for a bit. While I was wearing the leg irons, it really hurt. But after, it was fine. All right, guys. Do any of you have some more questions? Do you want me to keep on going with the live stream, or was it enough? Was it enough for today? I will definitely do more live streams in the future. No worry about that. And also, I'd like to ask, how does the quality of this camera look on the live stream? Is it somewhat good or acceptable, or is it complete crap? Because right now on my screen, it doesn't look that bad, but when I was replaying it in YouTube or on YouTube uh, as the video, it looked very bad, very bad, and that's actually kind of shameful. I'm a bit ashamed of the quality it turned out, but honestly, I mean, what I can see right now is pretty good. So I think it's YouTube that had to compress the quality to complete shit, like complete pixelings, just pixels pretty much. Well, how do I get out of the chains behind the back? Well, it's not that hard at all when you practice it a bit, I guess. I understand that, you know, in the first place, to start practicing chains behind your back, you have to actually handcuff yourself behind the back for the first time, and then, you might be in trouble if you don't get out of that, right? Like, it might be then quite scary and quite stressful when you're unable to unlock it. But I had to go through all that to but it's not that hard. It's like you grab the key the proper way. I mean, it's all about senses. You learn that, right? And it's just a matter of locating the keyhole with the key. So stroking the key on the handcuff until it basically falls into a keyhole, and you also got to have some kind of an idea about slight idea of where the keyhole is located on the handcuff, so you're not just poking it at into the air or something, right? So you got to have some idea. And also, obviously, if you're going to handcuff yourself behind your back, you always need to have the keyholes facing your palms of your hands, not your arms, not facing upwards but downwards, right? like here, just like this, right? Palm of your hand, handcuff, keyhole. You got to have it like this. Now, when it's in the front, I can easily unlock them even if they are the other way around, because I just twist my arm like this and locate the keyhole, unlock it. But behind the back, it's very hard, and I have not really. Well, I don't even remember. I think I tried it because I got myself into that situation a couple times, I think, but I got out of it somehow. I don't even know how. I don't remember. But it's definitely not a pretty situation to actually, you know, misplace the keyholes while the handcuffs are behind your back. It's not a pleasant situation, not at all. So that's just my warning that if you're gonna put your hands behind your back and cuff them, you really want, especially for a beginner, you really want to put those keyholes facing the palms of your hands or facing downwards if you like. If your palms are facing downwards, unless they're facing upwards, right? But I think most people's palms are facing downwards or like this, basically. Okay, and may I ask you guys, whoever is watching, there are 6 people watching right now. If you could all comment what type of the restraints that I own, what configuration, what combination do you like the most? Is it the leather handcuff belt with regular handcuffs, or is it the airplane seat belt, handcuff belt, or is it just the peerless waist chain with regular handcuffs, or is it the peerless waist chain with connector chain as well and with leg irons? Because there's quite many combinations, and I got other chains as well that were in some of my previous videos too, and obviously there will be more videos coming up with different chains as well, like waist chains and connector chains as well, different leg irons too, different handcuffs. But yeah, which of your type of restraint is your favorite that is on my channel? Like what type do you prefer the most in the videos? There's no buffering. All right, thank you. But is the quality all right? Is it watchable? Is it not a complete shame? Oh yeah, Brandon, I know that. The palms, right? I can't do it in handcuffs right now, but when they're outwards, well, that's what a lot of the police officers do when they handcuff the suspects, especially behind their backs. And yeah, if you fasten the handcuffs tight enough so that the wrist can't actually slip around and turn to the other position, so the palms together, then it's a pretty bad situation. And yeah, like it's, I think, near impossible to escape from that, and that's why I never tried that, and I don't plan on trying to put myself in handcuffs with my palms facing outwards, and with also obviously this mobile part, this movable shackle part, like very tightly, you know, fastened, because that is not a good time, definitely. All right, animator, thank you for telling me about the stream quality. I appreciate that. So it's very watchable, all right? That's good to hear. And you would like the peerless waist chain connecting chains leg irons? Yeah, connecting chains leg irons. All right, I got you, because that's kind of my favorite setup as well. And I guess it would be an interesting thing to tell you maybe some of the prices if you'd like to know, because I think these handcuffs, and well, actually, if you don't know already, I think a lot of you might know already the prices, but in case somebody doesn't know, what these things go for on the internet usually and stuff, because I think it's pretty affordable and you're getting a really good quality actually when it's the real stuff, real prison, real police stuff. So a Smith and Wesson handcuffs, a regular pair like this in the US, you can get it as cheap as $20, right, for a real good quality handcuff. Uh, and sometimes they're even on clearance or some percentage off, so even cheaper. The peerless waist chain, when I bought it, it was like 30 or 20 something maybe dollars. It's this little jobby right here, right? The peerless. This is the Peerless Company waist chain. It has this little front loop where the cuff slides through, and many different applicable ways or ways to apply this chain around the prisoner's waist. Also, with my own lock that I use it with, not peerless lock or any kind of handcuff locks, because there are some locks that have handcuff keyholes, so you can use them with your universal handcuff keys, and you don't have to carry more keys, in that situation. But I don't have one of those, and it's pretty good. This lock is good. So, and also this Peerless waist chain has a little clip at the end for the access chain to be clipped, wherever you want to clip it, behind, on the back, or wrap it all the way around again. So it's like, 2 wraps, double wrapped, and then clip it somewhere in the front. If it's small enough waist, you can almost wrap it around 3 times. This is my favorite waist chain, and the only official waist chain that I have, official company, official prisoner waist chain. But of course, I got this leather transport belt, handcuff belt. However, you cannot buy this specific one because I made that, right? But you can buy other ones. But actually, the transport belts like these, I think, are quite pricey, and definitely the peerless chain is a cheaper option when it comes to waist restraint, right? But this folds up nicely, stored nice, small, compact, even with the handcuffs on it. still, right? It's good, never do it alone. Okay. It's also it also goes through a black blue box. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. The waist chain, the little what did I call it? The little loop, I guess. Yeah, of course it does go through a black/blue box, yeah. But I don't have one of those, so I can't use it with that. And I mean, it would be cool to have that for videos, the black and blue box, and you know, when I'm able to get it, I will definitely get that. I will definitely buy that. I'm wondering how hard is it to unlock it though by yourself. I'm still gonna have to learn that, you know, because I think the reason for it is to make it quite hard, right? But I'd like to believe that, you know, I can get out of it, hopefully. But we'll see. But yeah, I definitely want to buy one of those just for the videos, I guess. Because personally, I like the handcuffs without the boxes, without the blue boxes, because I think it kind of hides the beauty of handcuffs and also the looseness. I mean, you know, if you want to be in handcuffs for a really long period of time, like myself, it's not very good. You know, it's not very good to have that big old box in there always, you know, taking away the ability from you to pretty much maneuver your hands. So this is a better option, I think, when it's not about security, right? And also it kind of, to me at least, it you know, it's kind of ugly, I would say. But of course, if any of you like it, it's totally cool. I mean, I'm sure I would like it if I had it. It's just one of the, you know, one other thing to have, an additional thing to have and experience. Okay, we're getting back into the usual restraints, my favorite. Okay, where is it? Let's just. I'm gonna take this. Is anyone still watching? And would you like to comment anything? Okay. Chain. Oh, wait a minute. This way. Access chain. wraps around nicely. Or also a cool way to hang it like this, like a wallet chain, or all the way around. Huh? I don't know. I like kind of the access chain hanging here slightly. All right, is all of you gone now? Or are you just enjoying watching this? I hope you're enjoying these live streams. Should I make these live streams in the future? And do you like these still here too? All right, Inmater Brandon, awesome. And do you like these live streams longer or shorter? Like, should I make them only like half an hour, or should they be 2 hours long? Or would you be able to watch a live stream if I just kept on rolling the camera for like 12 hours or maybe even 24 hours one day? Now I know I could not expect you to watch for 12 hours straight or for 24 hours, but you know, I guess if you come in a couple times throughout the day, and definitely when more people know about my channel, something like that will be much more uh, economical, I would say, or whatever. Okay, my favorite restraints. Okay, favorite. 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 Yes. Just plain metal, plain silver with a bit of brass. And that's how I like it. Plain metal. Oh yeah. I mean, if I did a really long stream like this, I would probably like wear all the chains, all the restraints throughout the day. I would change them up and the uniforms as well, and I would do different things as well. I think like preparing coffee or drinks or food and other things around the house, probably. Maybe wiping the floors. Yeah. I think this looks cheesy right now because I didn't have a very good like paint, fabric paint. But I'll get a better paint and hopefully it will be better. A spit mask. Well, I don't have a spit mask, but I do have a like a leather muzzle, which basically acts like a spit mask as well. It's just a sort of a different version. It's not made out of like nylon or uh, plastic or fabric or some kind of a like a net material like the usual spit mask, but it's made out of full leather, and it covers the lower part of the head of the face, so the mouth. And it fastens on with straps in the back of the head, and it also has lockable buckles, so you can put little locks on the buckles, and then you can't take it off. So yeah, that's I think that thing is even better than a regular prison spit mask. Okay, we're gonna be into 2 hours soon of the broadcast, and I think I will end it there at 2 hours. I think it was plenty enough for today. And we didn't seem to get more than 5 likes, which is interesting. Well, I don't mind that. I don't require that, but it would be nice to get more likes. And maybe more people would come in and watch it as well if it got more likes. Because last time I think we got like 7 or 8 likes, maybe. Well, last time, the first stream, the other 1 hour long stream. Oh yeah, Brandon. Of course, it's about people watching. You know, the more followers I'll have, I guess more people will watch me. I think it would be pretty cool if there's about 20 to 30 or maybe even 50 people watching, and a lot more commenting, and it would be more interesting. And thank you, Inmater, for looking forward. And yeah, if you spread news, or if you just tell people about my content, about my channel videos, that would be great. I like this. I don't even want to get off. I like being in cuffs, and on video, I guess, too, in cuffs. But if it had more people, I wish it had more people. I would stay on even for many more hours. But it's been 2 hours. I think soon I'm gonna switch it off. And it seems like Brandon and Animator, like you two, have been commenting the most, obviously, throughout this live stream, and I appreciate that a lot. I thank you for that, and yeah, it's great, and it's great to have fans like this. And yeah, thank you for that. Because if it weren't for you two, I mean, the live chat would be pretty much dead, you know. And basically, it could not carry on even for these 2 hours if it wasn't for you guys watching and commenting. Because I would just switch it off after 5 or 6 minutes if nobody commented. So yeah, the fans make it all work. The people watching make it all work. And that's the only reason to keep going, really, at these things. And yeah, the follower count on my channel is growing, you know, slowly but surely. I like it. It's pretty good numbers. It's, I think, about 400 now. Today it should be about 400, I think, reach 400, and that's really good. That's really good. And honestly, I didn't think I would get 400 followers this quick. That's good. And if it keeps on growing this way, then soon we should have a lot more people joining in, and contributing. And it will make even more sense to do this. Oh, inmate. Well, that's awesome, actually. And that just gave me an idea. Thank you for that. Because, I do have regular high vis jackets or high vis vests. I got like 5 of them or something from my previous job. But they are just regular ones, obviously, not prison ones. But it's a really good idea. I will see what I can do with those, and maybe I can make them look a little more like prison ones. Since I got a couple of them, I can make one, for example, chain gang, right? I can write chain gang on it. Other one, inmate or something, right? Inmate crew, as you said. So that's a really good idea, and thank you for that. I thought about wearing a high vis vest with the shackles and handcuffs, but never thought about like actually writing something on it and making it look more like prison one. So that's a really good idea. Okay, we got a new person commenting here, but let me answer you, inmater. Make them look they were issued to you. Don't ruin a good quality one. Well, yeah, good quality one. I don't even think I got some pristine quality one. They're all just regular cheap ones, so I'm not worried about them too much. And also, uh, I can just buy a new one anytime, anytime again if I need it. But I don't actually need that anymore for my job, so I don't need those vests anymore. So I'm not worried about ruining them or anything. Oh well, animator actually. in California, for example, a interesting fact, right? One inmate in a state prison costs the taxpayer, right, each year over $70,000. Okay, $70,000. Many people in California don't even make that much money in their jobs, in their full-time jobs, the whole entire year, right? As much as it costs for one prisoner in California state prisons. So yeah, I mean, well, yeah, a lot of those costs are basically like the salaries of the prison guards and other things, that are not really much related to prisoners, but they still cost. The reason for these expenses are the prisoners. So $70,000 a year is a good chunk of money. In California, actually, a regular corrections officer has to live pretty much from such wage, $70,000 a year. But we also got Yegar Kakin. Good day. I understand the unofficial uniform, or where is such a uniform used? Well, I made this uniform myself, and it's gonna get a whole lot better, I hope, soon, with more defined letters and less crappy job. Well, anyway, I like this design, and it's actually gonna have it's gonna say the following on back in the back. On my back, it's gonna say Department of Corrections prisoner, but it's not there yet because I haven't really had the time yet to draw that on there, but it will happen. And yeah, this uniform is used only here, really, only on my channel, I guess, because it's a unique one. Department of Corrections, inmate. I think I look like one. Also, I got sort of very loose pants with also Department of Corrections letters. I also forgot to fill in these gaps, so I might do that. I don't know if it looks cooler with that or not. I don't know. I kind of think it does look cooler with just the gaps there. It looks like it's obviously traced with what are them thing called? Stencils, right? Yeah. Looks like it's like spray painted or something with stencils. It's more sort of a prison look, I guess. Inmater, what was your comment about? I didn't catch that. That's why they're using GPS tags. What for exactly? I don't know what you were referring to in this comment. All right, Yegor. It's my pleasure to answer comments to all of you. All right, yeah, about the 70 grand. Yeah. Well, in Texas, it only costs, I think, I'm not sure. Uh, don't take this as fact, but I heard somewhere that about $40,000 in Texas. Oh no, actually, that might be the average income for the corrections officer, but it's significantly lower than in California, right? But apparently in Texas, the taxpayers get better value for their money. So yeah, it's different from state to state. But what you were saying about the GPS tags, uh, let me look at that again. What is it? That's why they're using GPS tags. And what do you mean with GPS tags? Are they using them on prisoners or something? Like for what purpose? For what purpose? Like, oh, I get it. I think right. They're because of overcrowding as well, right? In jails and prisons, they instead just, I guess, the less dangerous criminals they just release on parole, I guess, on GPS tag, right? That's what you meant, right? That they just slap the GPS tag on the ankle and basically let the prisoner go, so the state doesn't have costs with the prisoner, right? And then obviously the prisoner has to report to the police station every day. I think that's what you meant, right? That they actually don't keep prisoners, or the lesser criminals in those prisons anymore for the cost, right? Oh yeah, exactly. House arrest. All right, yeah. Now I get what you were saying. Sorry, my brain is not thinking too much today, or very well, because I'm pretty tired right now. Oh, we've been here for 2 hours and 16 minutes. a little longer than 2 hours, but you know, I'm all right with this. You know, I can be in handcuffs for for a whole day, and so I may as well uh, be live streaming it. All right, I think that was enough for today, and I'll go get some sleep now, and I'll be uploading videos. I think after, so hopefully in several hours, maybe even still today, there should be some more videos that are gonna be going up on my channel. So all of you guys keep on the lookout for the videos, and don't forget to like them and comment what you think about it. Okay? All right, Animator, see you later. Freedom, right? I don't like that too much. I don't like it. I'd rather be in this, right? Oh, all right. So see you all next time. Keep watching. This is better. This is better.